Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Kat, you're still a guest for
Yes.
one more week.
But I brought my paperwork today. He has it.
Yep.
I'm a little nervous trying to get this in 3 minutes, so we'll work on that. But as most of you do, hopefully as all of you do, when I was getting ready for the speech, I wanted to look at pathways and say, well, what topic, what focus, what's my approach for my speech today? So I looked and it said evaluation and feedback. And I thought, well, I must have gone to the back of that section because we do that after the speech. What's my speech supposed to be about? No, it's actually about evaluation and feedback. So I read through the table of contents and the introduction, and then I was online, so these pages were big splash pages. They had a great big label across the top that said, success begins with accepting feedback. I stopped right there and I was like, success begins with accepting feedback. I know this is only my second speech, but that makes no sense to me. I was like, we are taught growing up that success begins much earlier than that. It begins when we try something, when we make the effort to improve. We're at Chase, success starts when we accept change, when we acquiesce to the change in the company. And then I thought, accepting feedback. Well, doesn't success begin when we ask for feedback? How can success begin when we accept feedback? That's way too far down the road. So let me talk about Toastmasters and pathways for a moment. We're here because there's nothing else to do. Do we get together every 2 weeks because we have that spare hour on a Wednesday? No, for each of us, there is value in spending time here. There's value in working through these books and these projects. So that sets us apart. That was a big so for her, so she can write that down, make it easy to catch. That sets us, I repeated that, she'll do the Gourmet check. That sets us apart from most of the people in this building. We are a small percentage of those people that say, I want to change, I'm going to do something to affect that change. So we start here and we work through the pathways. We work through a path that we choose. Now coming in, we understand Toastmasters and we have to overcome that fear of being up in front of a group and speaking publicly. But we didn't really know coming into it that there would be a carefully crafted program to make us more comfortable, to help us see that we can give and receive feedback in this very safe, comfortable environment. Now you may have found, like I did, that getting feedback in here has made it easier to get feedback out there. Listening to you guys provide feedback and respond to feedback has made me more bold in going out there and asking for feedback of my supervisors and my coworkers. And that helps me improve, not only as a public speaker here, but that helps me improve in my career. It helps me become better for the family, and it's a step to my personal success because of the feedback that we can provide in this space. And Chase, we acquiesce to change. We embrace change. We have to do that. But doing that in this environment, again, gives us a sheltered start to that. It helps us to understand why we want to move forward, how we can move forward, and through pathways, it even gives us a structure to see where that endpoint is. Pathways is that guide for us to change in that way that we've chosen. So finally, success begins by asking for feedback. It's built in here. We know it's part of the program. But if we are bold enough to ask for it out there, builds on that success that we have here, builds on the success that we have out there. And then that helps us in kind of a cyclical way there's a change that we wanted to put in place. It's why we started here, it may be why we start on a different project, but we take that action, and then we ask for feedback. And we get that feedback. And if we embrace that feedback, if we embrace that change that's offered, then we start again and do something to improve. And then we ask for feedback on what we did there. And if we embrace and accept that feedback, then we're back starting to do something to improve. So, accepting feedback, if it starts internally with us, that feedback that we had that said we want to be better at public speaking, we want to be better at anything we try to do, and then we go through that cycle of asking for feedback, embracing that feedback, and acting on that feedback, then maybe accepting that feedback internally or externally is the beginning of success. Huh. All right, I learned something in Pathways then. So acquiesce to that. Embrace that challenge. Accept that feedback, because you are worth the effort. Thank you.